With that, are we ready, ladies?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
ready.
There, I love the enthusiasm. Oh, we have 8 people now. Who else joined?
And it's still poggers.
Well, there's 2 Emmys. That's okay. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about the Proverbs 31 woman, and who she is really, why she is, how she is, where she is. How do I move with this bot? That. So she recently has been getting a lot of attention just with people saying that they are a Proverbs 31 woman, people claiming that they know the secret recipe behind being one. So I just want to take what we know about Proverbs 31 women and expand upon it so that we have accurate information. So let's get started. We're going to read Proverbs 1, most of the chapter. It starts talking about her on 10. So that's what we're going to be looking at mainly. I'm going to read some of the verse and I'm going to ask for volunteers. So prepare yourselves, ladies. Let's start Proverbs 31:10. Who can fund a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies? Does anyone want to give a stab at this verse? You can type it if you want. Anybody? Should I nominate people? I nominate Jasmine because I can see you.
Okay. So where it says for her price is for above rubies, like it means that the woman is special or something like that.
Special. That's awesome. Yeah. So let's think about rubies. What are rubies? They are valuable, right? They are worth a lot. They're rare. You don't just find them anywhere. You're not going to walk out on the road and like, oh, look at those tens of thousands of rubies. That's not how it works. And I want to draw attention. It says far. How do I do this? Oh, wait, no. I want to be able to annotate. Oh my gosh, you guys, hold on. Give me a moment. Far above rubies. So here's the price of rubies. Okay. Here's her. You can't even see my hand. She's far above them. She's worth more than them. This is going to get some. Okay. The heart of her husband doth trust her doth safely. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Anyone want to give a stab at this verse? Verses. Kiera, my love. Just say what you think. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong.
I don't.
That's okay. Let's keep going. So
Yeah. One of the verses, like verse 11 on my Bible, one of the versions, like it says, she brings him good. Like no, sorry, wrong one. Her husband has full confidence in her, and I think that's something a lot of girls struggle with. And I think that one, I'm like, her husband having full confidence in her is probably a good thing, and he lacks nothing of value.
Yes. Killed that. Absolutely. I love this energy. Safely trust. He doesn't need to worry. No need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil. So he doesn't have to worry about cheating, stealing, lying, because she's not going to do that. That's in her character. He can safely trust in her. He can lean on her for help and vice versa. She can lean on him. They're a team. And he doesn't have to, nothing is going to come between that because that's how good of a woman he is. Continuing on, 13 through 15. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night. Any thoughts? Any thoughts?
The first one to where she, like it talks about the wool, is that she's willing to do hard work.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
The second one, like to provide and make food for the family.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, where she wakes up early and starts her day.
Exactly. She isn't sleeping in until 12. She isn't lazy. She's getting up to work for her family and to provide. She's a businesswoman. And let's think about that in context. Back in the day, women didn't have rights. Okay, we were looked down upon, more like creatures than human beings even. But she's working. She's providing for her family, which is often seen as a man's job, which is also kind of interesting. And she rises also while it is yet night. She's a very hard worker. And I think that's what this chapter talks about mainly, is being a hard worker. She's still following in the lines of following what the Bible says about women and being a like caretaker, because she is being a caretaker, providing for your family and being a caretaker as well as providing for your husband, right?
Yeah.
Keep going. 16 through 19. She considers a field and she buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. Okay, that was a lot. Does anyone want me to read anything again? Anybody want to give a stab?
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the whole thing again, Kira?
Yeah.
Okay, that's completely fine. I have to do that a lot. Okay. She considers a field and she buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. Let's just talk about those first two verses. Does anyone want to give a stab at those? Who hasn't talked yet and who's able to talk?
So like on 17, like in verse 17, it says like her arms are strong for her task, and kind of relating how strong she is on not giving up on working.
Yes, very good. Anybody else want to add in anything? Who hasn't? Is Michaela? Is that how you say your name? I don't want to say it wrong.
Can you guys?
What? Sorry.
Can you guys hear me or no?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's like you said before, she's like a businesswoman. I mean, she sees it, she buys it, she works it, it's profitable.
Yes. Very good. That was fun. Anybody else? I accidentally clicked on. She's smart with her money. This is what I want to really highlight for you guys, and it's so huge. She considers a deal and she buys it. She isn't just gonna be like, oh, I want that. Like, oh, that's pretty. She considers it. She's thinking about it. And she's like, is this going to bring my family profit? Like, is it going to be good for me? She considers. That is huge for money making, business, and general. She's not just like going out willy-nilly. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. Like Bree said, she sees that her trading is profitable. So it's not just like she's doing it to do it. Like I said, it's profitable. It's doing for something. And her lamp does not go out at night. So she's not running out of oil. When back in the day, they couldn't just flip on a light switch. They had to have oil to like fuel the lamp. So the fact that it doesn't go out means that she has money to get the oil for herself. In her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. Once again, just talking about her being hardworking and able to work. So this chick, she doesn't stop. Okay, she's Once again, hardworking. That's what it reiterates over and over again about her. Let's keep going. She opens her arm to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. Anybody? Anybody? Anyone?
Like in verse 20, it says she opened her arms to like the poor and extended her hands to the needy. Like she put her like faith out there to like bring like what she needs more than like what she wants.
Yes, you're killing it tonight. Good job. That was awesome. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think that's exactly what it's saying. And also she has the wealth too. Once again, this is a lot about money. So when it snows, she has no fear for her household because she's able to clothe them. She's able to keep them warm because she's a businesswoman. It all ties to that. It's profit, protection, caretaking. It says a lot about her nature as well. She's not hoarding all her money. She's not, I'm going to keep this so I can buy whatever I want. She's freely giving it out to people. Let's keep going. She makes coverings for her bed. She's clothed in fine linen and purple. Her husband, let's see what chat's saying. Easton, okay. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies the merchants with sashes. This was once again sort of a long passage. Welcome, Easton. Easton, do you want to take a crack at one of these verses? Like the first one, how about that? She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. Sorry to throw you in. If you don't want to yet, that's okay. You don't think you can? That's all right. No problem. Don't apologize. Does anyone else want to comment? Let's keep going.
I might want to.
Go for it.
Hold on.
You can look at my notes if you need a hint. That's okay. I forgive you. If you can see my notes.
Okay, so pretty much what I'm picking off of that is she's making line garments and selling them and giving them to people. I don't know.
Oh, that's perfect. Once again, going back to her business woman. She's a business woman. And I love that I can see some of your faces. Hello, beautiful people. So she makes coverings for her bed. Once again, she's not just making these things for herself. She's making it for her bed, for her family. She's clothed in fine linen. So does anybody know what purple and linen is typically associated with? Yes.
I'm pretty sure back then in times like that, purple was associated with royalty.
Yes, perfect. Royalty. Once again, she is, what is it? Far above the cost of rubies, right? Royalty. Okay, she's classy, is what I like to think about. Her husband is respected at the city gate. So not only is she respected, he is respected. She's not married to some deadbeat guy. No. She has herself someone who's respected by elders, the wisest in their community. That is huge, so huge for status. She makes linen garments and sells them, and she supplies the merchants with sashes. So she's giving things to be sold. She's selling to people who are going to sell them. This girl, I don't know how she does it. Let's keep going. This is a long one. Buckle up, you guys. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. That was a lot. Anybody have any thoughts about anything?
I do again.
Go for it.
Okay, so when it says she speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue, like, it means she's like, she speaks inspiring words and inspires people.
Yes. Perfect. That was awesome. Anybody else want to give a shot? Amy, you've been quiet. You want to say anything?
Yeah, the first one to where she is clothed with strength and dignity, she can laugh at the days to come. The only thing that comes to mind for that is that she's not a weak, she's not weak, and she just laughs because she doesn't have a worry to like just to sit down and be worried about, because she knows that she can take care of it.
Yes. Great job. That was perfect. So I have she's strong, she's classy, she's confident, and she finds joy in every moment. She doesn't just speak to speak. So like last week we talked, was that last week? No, we talked about not cursing yourself.
I guess.
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty
we
sure.
we talked about how, no, last week was loving your neighbor. Anyways, one week
Oh,
we talked about not cursing yourself and how the power of life and death is in the tongue. So she speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction. So instead of, oh, I hate that this is happening, it's going to change. Oh, I'm so upset I'm sick, I'm going to get better. Oh, my kids are going to lead great lives. My husband is going to be so successful. Faithful instruction. She's instructing it. Big deal. It's a big, big deal. Okay. She watches over the affairs of her household. Once again, a caretaking situation, and she does not eat the bread of idleness, which is laziness. She's not idling. She's not just, no. She's getting up. She's working her tail off. Okay. Her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Here's what they say. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. Anyone have any comments? Kira. Give us a thought. Give us a thought, my love, my dear. That's okay. I put you on the spot. I know. Let's see what happens. So, once again, this is what people say about her. She is one of a kind. Her price is far above Rubies. She dresses like a royal. She's wealthy. Many women do good things, but you are better than all of them. You're better than the good things. She's an incredible person, is what they're saying. So then it goes on to talk about your inwards beauty versus your outwards beauty. So beauty is such a huge thing for some strange reason, but she's beautiful because of what she does. And that's what we need to strive for, right? Who cares how we look? God made every single one of us as beautiful as the King of all kings can make you. But are you acting beautiful? Are you being beautiful with your words and with how you can bless people? And because of what she does, once again, in the context of how women used to be looked at, the city praises her. Crazy. And it's all to glorify the Lord because she fears him. So let's think about what we can take away from this, because I think this is the end of my slideshow. Yeah, thanks, Slides Mania. So, any takeaways that we want to talk about real quick?
I do. Or I've got some things I think, because you've got a lot of girls that they are beautiful, but they use their stuff in ways to get what they want instead of working for it.
Mm-hmm.
So if, like, instead of doing what you see girls do now, like, you know, how God wants us to be modest and use like our smarts and our hard work to get it, instead of basically like just demanding or doing things to get it for free.
Right. And she gives out those things that she has too, which is such a huge, a lot of, you know, the love of money is the root of all evil. This woman has money, but she doesn't love the money. She loves what she can do with it, and she loves blessing people. That's the difference between a rich jerk and someone who is wealthy, both spiritually, physically, financially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything to say?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, so basically I have a lot of insecure friends, and I try to make them feel better, and it's not like I can bring up God to them because I have a lot of atheist friends that probably won't be able to. And I try and make them feel better, but there's always that one person who always thinks that they're ugly, and I'm not gonna call them out. They know who I'm talking about, but sorry. Sorry. But yeah, so basically like when they're feeling insecure, I try and tell them that they're beautiful just the way they are and everything like that, because it's not like I can go into detail about God or anything, because you know, yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to be kind and loving. Just like, you're beautiful the way that you're made. You're perfect the way that you're made. That's huge. Anybody else? Anything that we can take away from this woman?
One thing is, like, all these verses relate to like a lot of girls, because like last week we talked about insecurities at church, and this is definitely something that can relate to it.
Yeah.
Because some people take like things for granted. That I mostly took from this was like taking things for granted, and then I have a friend that will dress to impress instead of taking her like beautifulness that she is. She decides to turn it into something to impress people. And I always have to remind her of this verse called, I don't really remember what section it comes out of, but God made you for a purpose. And I've always read that to her to tell her that she was made for a purpose and she's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely this sense of reassuring that people need sometimes. And I think in the context of a Proverbs 31 woman, she was definitely doing a lot of that, and just helping, being there, even if you can't financially, being there emotionally. And what my favorite verse in this whole thing is the 31:30. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. So what we do on this earth is nothing unless you're doing it for God. A woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Nothing else matters. Nothing. And I think that's what I really take away from it, what we should all be pondering and thinking about today. So, any other closing thoughts? Any news? Any exciting happenings? Anything? Are we good? All right.
Yeah.
So once again, don't forget music competition, acts of kindness, all in pinned messages. You guys did so good today. Awesome job.